Welcome to another special episode of Private Parts with me, Liv Bentley. This is still the podcast where nothing is off limits. Make sure you subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcasts, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also where you can watch every single glorious episode. Head over to @PrivatePartsPod. Plus, in these episodes, I really want to hear from you, so send in your dilemmas, confessions, and questions to @PrivatePodcast, no matter how wild. Right, today's episode, I am joined by our amazing resident cosmetic guru to discuss the latest trends of 2026. It's the one and only Dr Motox. It's been a while.
Am I meant to clap myself?
Yeah,
Is that weird?
fucking clap yourself in.
No one else will.
No, I definitely will. Right, how have you been?
Not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, good. Well, you gave me a good poke last week.
I saw you. I
actually,
literally saw you last week. Yeah.
Can I just say my skin's fucking glowing?
You're always glowing.
No, but it is the Profiler. I have to keep saying this because everyone messages me about my skin. That and obviously not chugging back booze. But the Profiler is my favourite thing.
The Profiler, even if you're chugging back booze, the Profiler is going to help do some damage control.
Oh, great. So I can go fall off a wagon?
No, let's not do that again.
Perfect. We'll move on
We're
from
over
that. So obviously when you were last on, we had the owner of... Was she the owner of a bargee?
No, she's just fountain of knowledge.
She looks phenomenal.
She looks incredible. She actually sent me a video of herself. She just had like a laser peel and she looked like a burns victim.
Oh no, don't. I really want to talk about these laser peels. But how long is one really shedding like a snake?
It depends how deep you go. So Mary's one was extremely deep. She looked awful. I was like, Mary, how are you going to come back from this? She was messaging me and I think she was on, I don't know what drugs she was on, but she was not.
And what's the benefit to it? It's rejuvenating that skin underneath.
It just resets you. It takes everything back. That top layer of skin is destroyed. It's removed. Your body's starting again.
That's not sounding so positive. Would I benefit from it?
Most people benefit from it, but you have to be ready for pain. It's torture and downtime. There's at least a couple of weeks, couple of months before you're really at your optimum.
See, this is the problem. I just
no one's got time for that.
Yeah,
I've got no time for that. But Mary doesn't care. She just rocks it.
Like Samantha from Sex and the City when she just looks like she's wearing that beehive of a hat.
Exactly that.
That's hilarious. What's been going on? What have you been up to?
Not a lot. Working hard.
Always. Still in the same clinic?
Still in the same clinic. Doing loads of media. But
you're upping your social media game.
We're trying really hard.
Sorry. May I just say, I've seen you on quite a few podcasts.
Everyone asks, like, do you think Liv will be fuming that you do other podcasts?
Livid. You're our resident doctor.
I'm doing every single podcast there is. So
I think it's good though. It's the one question I get asked a lot about is beauty stuff.
People love it. People are obsessed with it. People will always make time for it. No matter what happens, people want to look good, right? Like I see loads of people who have cancer treatments, but what they're most concerned about is when can they come back and see me to bring them back to life again? That is honestly, I get that all the time. Like, hey, I've just had cancer treatment. When can I see you again?
Really?
And I'm like, guys, haven't you got bigger problems? But when I talk to these mainly women, they're like, it brings me so much confidence because you just lose yourself. When you look in the mirror and you don't look the best, your optimal self,
no,
you
but
just
I have
don't
to
feel
agree
great.
with that. Like when I have low days or I think my skin looks shit, I'm straight on the phone to you.
Yeah.
And it does, I think, is it just because it's like instant gratification? Like it's such an instant fix?
100%. But it's like, when your hair was thinning, how did that make you feel?
Oh, like shit.
See, when people are going through those treatments and they're having that, it makes you feel physically shit from having cancer treatments. But that stuff really adds on top of it. So if you can present yourself and make yourself look better, then you feel better.
Yeah, no, it's actually so true. On the hair thing, I've had so many messages recently, and I don't know where this has come from, and actually I was going to ask you about this. Loads of women seem to be struggling with hair loss, but it's really suddenly changed. Like it wasn't as bad as it was before.
I think it's very much related to people's diet. People's diet is changing. 2, everyone's jabbing.
I know, because this is another thing. Just can I put this out there really quickly? I've never gone on Ozempic. So I get my friends asking me and like people wanting to know about the jab. The only reason I ever know about it is because conversations Motox and I have had about it. But let's actually go into detail because I recently have actually had a lot of friends say to me, should I or shouldn't I? And I'm like, listen, I'm probably the wrong person to ask. But firstly, the different versions of them. There's Mounjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy.
Those are the 3 main ones. I'm sure there's a lot more out there. And they work in slightly different ways.
Okay.
So what happens is when you take them, so first of all, those drugs, the GLP-1s, they are peptides, right?
Okay.
Which we'll come to a bit later on. So GLP-1s just reduce your appetite, so you're not as hungry. And because you're not as hungry, you're not taking as much nutrition in, and therefore you're going to lose weight.
Yeah.
Simple as that. But that has other knock-on effects as well. If you're not taking the right nutrition while you're on it, your skin, your hair, your teeth, everything will see the consequences of that.
Right.
Your hair will thin because you're not giving it the nutrients for your hair to grow. Everything needs nutrients. You've got to think of your body like a plant. You've got to feed it for it to keep growing and revitalizing.
So to have a really to use the jabs successfully, you really have to actually change your diet. It's not just this quick fix of a poke and then
100%. If someone is taking those drugs, I would advise them to be taking all their supplements, to be taking their collagen, to be taking their vitamins, the K2s, the D3s, to, take your biotin for your hair. So you've really got to change your nutrition and pack everything together so you're feeding your body enough nutrients to be able to survive as well as losing weight.
Because then when you stop the jab, if you do put all those like things into place, do you suddenly gain the weight you would have done the people who don't do that, if that makes sense?
Yes. So what I see is people come off the jabs, and as soon as you come off them, people are putting their weight back on. If you're not sensible, you've just got to change your way of life. So those jabs will help you very quickly get to where you want to be. But the way you're going to maintain that is very, very important. You've got to change your lifestyle. If you don't change your lifestyle, you just go back to it, you go back on the jabs, and you're going in a cycle. And don't get me wrong, I love Ozempic. I love Wegovy. I think they do incredible things. They're changing people's life. They're changing the NHS and the health system. Though? People who are overweight.
Yeah. But people who are sort of normal weight, because I've had people come to me who I mean, listen, it's whatever makes you feel good. I personally don't think they should be on it because they just don't need to be. What does it do to someone like that? So say I actually genuinely started taking it.
If you start taking it, you're not going to get enough nutrients to keep you going. You're going to make yourself ill.
And my fucking hair would fall out. And
if you're doing it at the doses that people are taking it. Now, I think what's going to come in later on, very, very soon, is people like me and you. I'll put myself in that skinny category.
Yeah, you are. No, you are.
And people like me and you are going to start taking it actually, but very, very, very small doses where it's not really affecting our appetite as much. It might reduce your snacking, a little bit of the noise that you've got in your head, but it's not doing that. But these kind of peptides, which is what these skinny jabs are, also reduces inflammation, improves cardiovascular health. Like the evidence that's coming out for it is incredible. So we're going to be using it for other reasons, not just for appetite at much smaller doses. But we're not there yet. Yeah.
And so what if we were to start doing that and then decided to stop doing that? Would I have an issue with my weight after that? Does it do anything like change your? It doesn't mess up any metabolism stuff.
It doesn't.
Does it?
You might go back to your old habits for sure, because that's what we all end up doing.
Yeah.
It's a bit like putting your body into rehab and then taking it out.
Yeah.
You know. So if you go to rehab but then come back sensibly, you can control that. If you don't come back sensibly, you're going to go in the cycle again.
Got you. And so with each different jab, why would one, is it just a preference or is it a recommendation?
They actually work in slightly different ways. So Ozempic works on one of our receptors. So there's few receptors that control like how quickly our stomach empties, how hungry we are and our appetite, how quickly fat cells break down, how quickly muscle cell breaks down.
Yeah.
The different jabs works on different receptors. So Ozempic is slightly different to Wegovy, which is slightly different to Mounjaro. And then there's a brand new one coming out, which is everyone's going to be taking it.
Really?
Yeah. So it's on the black market already.
What's it called?
It's called Retatrutide, I believe. Everyone's calling it Reta. The evidence for it that's coming out is honestly incredible. And I will be trying it when it becomes legal. I like to try everything.
Can I just say, I quite rate that though. I know it could be slightly dodgy, but that's quite good that you actually try it.
I try everything. I try everything once. If I like it, it'll carry on. If not, it's going in the bin.
Can you buy like fake jabs?
Yeah, you can buy anything on the black market.
I've never been on the black market, obviously.
I'll send you a link.
No, don't. I'm so terrified with my phone now. To meet me on the black market selling my kidneys. I mean, risky?
So, absolutely. So, Reta, which is the new jab that will come out, and approved. So you can get it on the black market now, which I really wouldn't advise doing because it can be very, very
I think
unsafe.
let's just avoid the black market if possible.
Please,
for anything.
just do it.
Yeah.
But what it does is, as well as reducing your appetite, it reduces how much muscle wastage that you get, which means a lot of the bodybuilders are taking it because they are reducing their fat, but they're not losing their muscle.
Because that's another thing I noticed with a few people that I am obviously not going to say their names, were physically fit looking before, but now have basically no arses or arms.
Everyone's just got a long back.
Yeah.
And that is what happens.
So if you are taking it, get in that gym and work out as well.
And work out at the same time.
Do you think, viewing sort of beauty standards, now probably actual weight standards, that as a society, because of the jab, people are now looking borderline underweight? Because I feel like it is a recent thing, like that sort of heroin chic look seems to be coming back in.
That chic look is very much back in because it's achievable a lot easier now. Your average Joe who might have not, I would have never been able to achieve that. Now I know I can.
Yeah. Wait, are you on it at the moment?
No.
But it's like, I watched Bridget Jones the other day. She's actually not fat. Like, she was made out to be enormous. And she's probably a size 8 or a size 10.
And I also feel a lot of the body positivity people online are now super skinny, so they're not doing body positivity anymore.
Meghan Trainor, they then went in on her because her whole thing was about being curvy. But I mean, listen, each to your own, it's what you want to do. My only thing with it is that I think it's very... I always get so worried about young people, and I think, but the problem is because 12-year-olds have access to Instagram and can see all this stuff, to fuck up your body at that age, especially when you then go through your period and reproductive system, like, it will all screw that up.
Of course it will, which is crazy. But
those kind of people, at the cost of being skinny. That's all people care about.
Want. It's like being back in the 90s.
But I mean, is anyone questioning their actual health at all?
No, because beauty wins over everything.
I mean, this is rich coming from the smoker, but yeah. Listen, that's with those jabs, what is the long-term thing? Like, once you start the hair loss process, how do you get it back again?
The really long-term effects we don't know with any of these things, right? So things like Ozempic have been around for a good amount of time because people with diabetes have been on it for a good amount of time, but not a huge amount of time. So the really long-term risks, we don't know, and we won't find out till we get there.
I was at dinner, and the person, that was my shoe, by the way, just in case for anything else, they looked at me and said, "I'm going to be sick," and I thought, sorry. Well, I was outside, vomited straight on the ground. And I was like, it's because you're taking that fucking jab, isn't it? I was horrified. I was nearly covered in their vomit. It actually made me feel sick, actually. I just thought, you know what? Fuck off. Let's get on to the government regulations, because obviously, quite sadly, the Lip King died.
Yes.
Which I hadn't appreciated. I knew who he was, obviously, because of the BBL thing.
Yes.
Well, do we know what actually happened?
I don't think we know the full story. There's rumours. There's always rumours circulating. There was rumours circulating that he had a non-surgical BBL and passed away doing that. But whether that's true or not, we don't know. But he was famously involved in the death of Alice, who was someone who had a non-surgical BBL. She got sepsis, which is infection of the whole body, and she passed away from having that in an unregulated
Isn't it one of the most dangerous procedures?
Yeah, absolutely, because you're having 100, 200 mil of filler injected all at once.
I'm clenching thinking about it. I'm sorry, but it's just...
Which is crazy, especially like a lot of people are having it done like in the back of shops and salons and homes, kitchens, having this huge procedure.
Isn't the risk... I know someone who's had one and she basically had to sign a death waiver or something.
But I don't think those waivers mean anything. When you die, what's that waiver going to mean? Absolutely nothing.
But what are the government doing now to stop this kind of thing? Because surely off the back of Alice, have regulations changed?
So things started with the previous government, and they were really putting stuff into motion. When the government changed, it stopped, but then now it's starting again. So there is change coming, which is super, super exciting. There is talk about banning completely non-surgical BBLs, which fantastic idea. But I don't think any of these regulations go far enough, quick enough. Because say that this Lip King has died from this procedure, that's another death from it. And I think one death is one too many.
Yeah. But do you think do you think there will still be, people will still just do it dodgily anyway? It's like the black market of Botox.
Listen, there's a black market for everything. But if the government come out and say, this is not okay, then that sets the standard for everyone. So if you do end up doing that and get caught for it, then you could go to prison. Whereas at the moment, you could do it and completely get away with it with no repercussions. So I think once the repercussions are there, people won't do it as much. And if you take that risk, that's at your own peril.
It's just quite mental. What's the youngest that you've ever heard of someone having a BBL? Is it called BBL?
So a couple of years ago, it was legal to have it at any age. So you would have like 16-year-olds having it done. You don't need.
But your bodies
any
aren't
parents'
even
consent,
fully deformed.
which is crazy. But something like that, some of these clinics are charging thousands of pounds, £3,000, £4,000, £5,000 to have this done. They're not going to turn someone away for that. If you've already got no morals.
Those fucking leggings with the padded arse in. We talked about this, didn't we? My mother bought me this once, and I told her to go fuck herself. I was like, how rude.
Did you not wear them?
Certainly not. I don't mind not having an arse. It's been sat on for 30 years. Okay, so the government has said they will prioritise high-risk procedures first, including filler in genitals and breasts. Why is this so important to happen urgently?
I mean, it's just a no-brainer. So I don't know who in their right mind would go and have filler injected in their penis or their vagina.
But oh yeah, sorry, I completely missed
you
the genital
missed the genitals.
part. I was thinking about your boobs, but I don't know what it is, and I don't know, maybe I'm not so clued up or I'm thick to this. My worry with anything to do with your breasts, because of breast cancer, and I appreciate boob jobs and stuff, the thought of filler going in there, is it not slightly alarming? Like, is that not a quite dodgy thing to do?
Yes, because that filler will sit over possible growths that you won't be able to feel. A doctor really won't be able to get to it to feel it. So you're going to miss possibly a diagnosis that's happening underneath there unless you're having very regular scans, which could end your life.
At the cost of having slightly perky looking moves, just buy a padded bra.
Push-up bra.
Literally. And then the genitals one. What is this? What is I think, and this is no shade on anyone who's doing anything, because it's actually, you do your whole thing.
Yeah, agreed.
But with certain areas, and is it really that, is it
worth
really
it?
life-changing for you? It's not like you walk around hanging.
I don't see it. So the reason you have it in your genitals, more men, is to make it girthier.
Right.
So it adds volume. But the problem is, I don't know any respectable doctors who will be doing this in their clinic. The kind of people that are doing it are not qualified to be injecting your genitals at all. I do know some OnlyFans creators who have had that treatment done. And I've seen some of the results of that.
Badly.
No, it just adds a little bit of girth, but nothing that dramatic. And I just feel the girth that it adds, filler is like a gel.
Yeah.
So it's not going to add...
Does it not move around if you're...
Yeah, absolutely. But it's just going to feel like soft.
So it's also not always about size. I know everyone knows, it is actually utter shit about, we're bigger the penis. I just think it's a crock of shit. I think be careful with that. And then what about women's genitals getting filled in?
So women's genitals, the reason people are having it done is to give it more hydration.
Right.
And when things are losing volume, to give it a little bit more volume. That is a little bit more common, and under the right guidance with someone who knows what they're doing, i.e. a gynecologist, fine.
Can gynaes do it?
Yes. Not a lot of them do.
Yeah, but it's
not that popular.
Yeah.
But under the right settings, if you are the right candidate, go see someone about it, fine, as long as it's done with the right person. Because again, if you're injecting something down there, it's such a sensitive area. If you are going to play around with nerves there, that could change your life. And
sensitivity. That's the other thing.
Exactly that. You don't want to lose sensitivity.
No, you certainly don't. But that's like with the, what's it called when you have like a vajazzle? What are they called? Not a vajazzle.
Well, they haven't
vagina tuck. When women have their things.
Yes.
Yeah, designer vagina. It's not a vajazzle.
A vajazzle?
No,
Did that ever make it? I know. I didn't think that ever made it to Chelsea.
No,
it
didn't.
In Essex.
No, and also for someone who sells lube, I'm quite a prude. But with those things, does one lose sensitivity down there?
I don't actually know.
I
would have thought that's definitely a risk for sure. If you're cutting and stitching and putting things back together, that is going to be a risk that you're going to have to take.
Okay, just out of curiosity, what is the riskiest? I know we said BBL, but that including more like boob jobs and all this stuff. What is the riskiest treatment one could ever have?
Apart from those really big places or areas you haven't injected, in the face, in my opinion, the riskiest place to have injected is actually filler in between your brows. So not Botox, filler in between the brows. So some people have filler there to fill up that crevice.
Do you remember when I first ever came to you? I said someone had recommended that to me.
Which is crazy.
You nearly fell over yourself.
I did. So I don't offer that treatment. Some people do. But the risk with that is there's quite a big blood vessel that goes up, comes out from just above your eyebrow. If any filler gets around into that or puts pressure on that, it stops the blood supply to your eye. If any area loses blood supply, it dies off, which means you will go blind. So Botox, absolutely fine in that area. Filler, in my opinion,
no.
Big no.
Just when are we going to draw the line at what one gets done? Like, honestly,
I don't think there is a line. I think we've crossed the line so much.
No, because this is what I mean. But like, honestly, what on earth? Let's make a prediction. What is next?
Could be anything. This is it. It's a wild, wild west out there. People will try anything for beauty. I don't think will stop at anything to change and modify.
But do you think this is because of things like social media that people, the beauty standard is so fucking warped?
Everyone looks incredible and flawless on social media. A lot of it, we know it's fake and it's good lighting because we meet these people and I'm like, you don't look like what I saw you on last night on my phone. But people think that is real and they think they want to achieve that kind of skin and that kind of look, and a lot of it is just impossible.
What's the percentage of clients you get coming in that show you a filter and say I want to look like that?
Huge amounts. I'd say about 20% of people. It has actually reduced, I would say. Back in the day where everyone was using their Snapchat filters where it makes you look absolutely ridiculous. I used to see a lot of that. People showing me that saying, can you make me look like this?
And I got really offended the other day. It was someone said they wanted to edit a clip for this. Anyway, they edited me and sent it back. I look like a fucking bloke. I was actually insulted.
Wait, did they edit it to make you look better?
No, they wanted to edit themselves, and then they ended up editing me, and I was like, "Don't edit me." I find it really fucking rude. I like, when there's a photo that there's one person in it wants to edit themselves. I don't give a shit about that. It's when they then edit you, and I'm like, "Wait, hang on." And I remember another girl did it to me and added loads of hair to my head, and I was like, "But I don't have that hair." I was like, "It's nothing like me." Anyway, insulting.
But do you know what's getting a lot more popular? People are editing themselves or talking to ChatGPT to ask them what treatments they should have done.
No.
Now, that is actually quite dangerous because ChatGPT is very powerful. And a lot of the time, it's actually correct.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is people will come to me for a consultation and they'll say, what would you do to my face? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that because I could make your list as long as my arm, but we're not going there. So you tell me what your concerns are and I can tell you how I can help you.
Yeah.
But ChatGPT doesn't have that filter that I have.
That's not that person.
So it will make you a list. And a lot of the time, it is right and it can.
But what is it to do? What, making your face completely symmetrical?
Like improving symmetry, replacing where you lost volume, making you look like what you might look like if you had like a little bit of natural filler, if you had a little bit of Botox, and it will like make befores and afters for you. And that is going to be very, very dangerous. I'm seeing that already in clinic.
Really?
People are like, I think I need this. And I'm like, how do you know that? Because your average Joe should not know this. I know it because it's my day-to-day job. And they will be like, I asked ChatGPT. And I'm like, this is worrying. This is concerning. That's
not even something I'd considered. I mean, I do ask it how to spell certain things, but I certainly don't ask
it how you spell certain things.
Listen, I get confused with received and perceived.
I
don't know the
E, except after C, except and received.
Yeah, when you've received.
Received ruins it.
But I mean, that is just crazy. Like, I think, I always wonder, like, Margot Robbie.
Yes.
Stunning. Has just been announced as the most beautiful woman in the world. What has actually she done to her face? Because whatever it is, she looks phenomenal.
She looks phenomenal. So, Margot Robbie, allegedly.
Yeah.
She's most likely having regular Botox because, like I say, every single day, 100 times a day, Botox makes everyone look better. I don't care who you are. Yeah. It just does. She's having her skin boosters. She's having her lasers. She's having her microneedling. She's doing her good skincare. And I do think there may have been a little bit of surgical enhancement.
A brow lift.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people in the industry are having something called an endoscopic lift.
Talk to me about this.
So that is, you don't see the scars for it because the scar is in the hairline.
Right.
So you have a cut within the hairline, which means you will never ever see. They go in from the hairline and then they can lift everything up. So everyone's brows are a little bit lifted. So your Kendalls, your Haileys, your Margot Robbies,
Yeah.
your Lindsay Lohans, everyone who's looking a little bit lifted, but we just cannot find the
Emma
scars.
Stone looks
Emma
phenomenal.
Stone, Anne Hathaway, and Lily Allen. But Lily Allen has also been honest about her treatment because it was in one of her songs.
What was it?
Yeah, she said she had a facelift in one of her songs.
Is that classed as a facelift?
And I would say so, yes.
Do you offer it? Have you done? Would you do?
No, that's the surgical
proper
treatment. You're put to sleep and things are lifted.
And how?
But the results are incredible because you see what those women are looking like. They're looking better than they ever did.
These women are in their 30s. Do we think that's young, or is that now the normal?
I think that's become the norm. I think back in the day, we'd be like, when you're 60, 70, I'll have a facelift.
Yeah.
But now I think the attitude is changing to, I want to look my best now, not when I'm 60, 70. And to be fair, I can get on board with that. I want to be at my prime.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I looked at it and thought, fuck it, I kind of want one. I know it's bad to say that, but like...
I mean, yes, sign me up.
How much does that sort of procedure cost, do we think?
It depends where you're having it done. So a lot of those people are having it done in LA and the best of the best.
I don't know. I know people are shy about admitting to certain things, but I think that's also where it's slightly misleading for younger people because natural beauty isn't as natural as one seems to think it is. And actually, you're better off if you suddenly do look like you've had some fucking great glow up, and to stand there and say, oh, it was just this cream is highly unlikely.
It's highly natural beauty is what your grandma looked like when she was 30. If you go back and look at her photos, that's natural beauty because she probably was not having any treatments done. Your natural beauty now is not natural beauty. Most people are having enhancements to make them look better.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And I like that people are more honest about it nowadays and a bit more open about it. Not that it's any of our business, but I think it's kind of important for those people to be honest about it because it makes you know that that's not achievable unless you have a lot more help. But it is also none of our business. If they want to keep it private, that's fine. But I think it is helpful when they are honest about it. Not to promote it, but just to say this can't be achieved just by using your skincare that I'm doing an ad on.
Yeah, exactly. That's fully...
Although retinol is very important.
I know, Dave. I have actually, I'll have you know, I have been using your retinol.
Nice. Well done. See, that's why you're glowing.
Yeah.
Profilo and retinol.
Can I tell you something? The Profilo is one of the best things I've ever done to my skin. I'm still not big on the facials. You know what it is? It's a time thing. That's all it is, really. But like, what should I be doing now for sort of lasers, peels?
So first, do you know what you do? Facials. Not everyone has time for facials. You can now give yourself a facial at home.
Yeah.
There's companies out there. Shark make a fantastic at-home facial device.
Oh my God, I've been seeing this everywhere. Can we actually talk about this?
The Facial Pro Glow is an at-home 10-minute facial. You can do it once a week. You can do it once a month. It washes out your pores. It removes the top surface of dead skin cells.
Yeah.
And it will just make you look glowing, hydrated, ready for your day. So if you don't have time to go in clinics to have a more in-depth facial, get yourself one of those.
Okay.
It's probably the cost of a facial and it will last you a very long time.
Okay, interesting.
So that's going to go straight in your basket.
Shark.
Do you know what? I'm going to send you one.
So can you actually?
I've got 2 at home.
Oh my God.
And I'll send you one.
Perfect. I'll send you some lube.
Send you some lube. Yeah, thanks.
Right, so 2026 trends. Peptides.
Peptides are the next big thing.
I keep hearing about them and everything. You see like the peptide-rich cream.
Yeah.
Can you inject a peptide?
Yes and no. So
on the black market.
On the black market.
So you're going to have to log on.
You don't have to log on. No, you're going to stay away from the black market. So peptides we're hearing it everywhere.
Yeah.
So every company is adding peptides to everything because the research for them coming out is incredible and they are going to change lives. They're going to change the way we do everything. Most people are going to be taking peptides. So most people don't know things like Mounjaro, Ozempic is a type of peptide. Okay. So, but people don't know what peptide is. Peptides are signaling molecules. So they give a direct message for your body to do something. So it tells it to do it and your body will do it.
Okay.
Most other things that we have and we take are kind of like generalized. It makes something, do something, to do something to eventually get there. This is a direct message. So for example, a Mounjaro would directly tell you you're not hungry anymore, right?
Yeah.
But there are other type of peptides that do loads of other things. So for example, copper peptides, you'll hear about that in the next couple of months. That's going to be huge. A copper peptide is a direct signal to make your body produce collagen, to produce elastin, to improve the quality of your skin, your hair, make everyone look a bit healthier, a bit
That's what I was
glowier.
going to ask. Is there something I could jab myself with for hair growth?
Yes, copper peptides, but it's currently from the black market. So we're not going to do that, and we're going to wait.
And how long could this waiting?
It won't be long because the evidence coming out for it is incredible. So all the big companies are going to be investing it right now, and it will be the next big injectable
This is
thing.
what I want to create one with you.
We need to create this, but we need someone out there to help us.
Yeah.
Call us.
Investors.
So that is one type of peptide.
Yeah.
Right? So it's skin, hair peptide. That's number one. Number two, a lot of the bodybuilders are taking a different type of peptide, and those peptides will signal your body to produce more muscle. So they will work out, and
But that's not classed as a steroid.
No, this is a peptide. It's different.
Yeah.
Again, people do anything for beauty and health and wellness.
But I think we need to slightly, dream that moose, get it back, slightly rein the fucker in for a moment. Like, do you know what I mean? It's out of control.
It is getting out of control.
But it's so, I can't work out how, honestly, it slightly baffles me the risk that people are willing to go to.
And there are so many people. I speak to so many people that are taking peptides.
But people have died. Like, I know, when you say it out loud, like the BBL thing, like someone's actually died from a treatment that people are now willing to still have.
Crazy. But when it does get regulated, and when peptides, and we do get the proper formulated ones, which don't have all the rubbish and all the excess in them, we will be taking it. I will be taking it because it is going to make you live better, longer, and healthier.
Yeah.
I do see that coming. It has to be done under controlled environments. I'm very, very excited for it.
Yeah.
There are, for example, skincare products that do have like copper peptides and crystallized peptides and all that kind of thing that will be doing things. And that stuff I would recommend, like skincare stuff and stuff that you're putting onto your skin to make your body rejuvenate, all that kind of stuff. 100%. That has been proven. We can use that. All the big companies are starting to create those kind of serums and creams. So that you'll be seeing, that'll be a huge trend in skincare this year. Massive.
No, because I hear about it more and more and more. Exosomes.
Exosomes. So that is also quite a big thing. It's not as researched.
Yeah.
But there is huge amounts of research going into it. So, for example, in our clinic, we do microneedling with exosomes. So
what does it mean?
Exosomes work in a slightly different way to peptides. They are sort of like a collection of loads of things that allows your body to reproduce stuff. It's a bit like injecting your body with like an IKEA furniture, right? That hasn't been put together. So you give your body all the ingredients to like create collagen, to create elastin, to revitalize itself. And it's like, right, put it together.
And this is legit?
This is legit.
Right, okay.
And that works really, really nicely.
And how are we getting this into ourselves? Oh, microneedling.
So we're going to microneedle it into the skin. So at the moment, we're not injecting it into the skin because that's not approved or researched enough. So exosomes, we microneedle the skin and then we put exosomes over the top, and that kind of like infiltrates into the skin.
Can you buy any sort of skincare products with exosomes in?
Yes, loads of skincare products coming out. Loads of like collagen masks and face masks are going to have like exosomes collagen with it. Dr Motox is releasing his own one.
Yeah, I know. You'll have to be back on here for the big launch of that.
We'll have to a huge launch. So those things work beautifully. And like I said, it's like an IKEA furniture injected, and then your body creates that Malm furniture.
Okay.
Was it Malm? Is that what it's called? You know the drawers that everyone has?
Yeah, don't. I nearly fucking killed myself trying to put erect one of those. Never again. Mouth taping.
Mouth taping is... Have you seen it everywhere? Like a gag?
It's a bit like a gag, right? but I honestly would be so worried if I had to sleep with one on that I'd stop breathing.
That's what I'm concerned about. But the idea is you are breathing through your nose rather than mouth. So that helps to lower your heart rate.
Yeah.
And it stops you drying out your mouth. And it does slightly change the posture of your neck and your jawline.
Does it?
Yes, and it definitely does that, and the evidence shows that. And it just makes things look a bit more angled, a bit more postured.
Funnily enough, I got trapped into some influencer. He wasn't. It was a bloke saying the story about how some people's chins or whatever go back, and what you need to do is get your thumbs to the back of the roof of your mouth and brush forward. Apparently, okay, don't look at me like that. I was probably looking like a cunt sitting on my sofa doing that.
I was going to say,
no,
yeah, I've educated you better than that.
No, I know, but I watched it and I was like, does it really change the shape of your face? Like, makes you look more angular?
So, yes.
Oh, so I wasn't taken down the garden path.
Yes, temporarily.
Oh, fine.
So after you've done any of those sort of massages, things do look sculpted and things do look sharper because you've reduced the amount of like water retention in that area.
Okay.
So yes, it does work temporarily, but it's not going to posture things and bring things forward.
Right.
But temporarily, yes, absolutely. It's a bit like if you use a gua sha. Gua sha works beautifully because it just drains all the water.
Lymphatic brushes.
Have you seen these all over TikTok?
No, listen, I'm not on fucking TikTok. Do you know why? Because some pervert wants a pair of my knickers. No, it was my tights. And now I just don't go back on there. But no.
What is the going rate for a tight?
I don't know.
Can I sell tights?
I should be on TikTok to see these different trends.
So there's difference between trends and fads, I feel. So fads are something that come and go within minutes. Trends are something that will probably stick around for a long time. I think this lymphatic brush is a little bit of a
But when you say a brush, well, like a hairbrush.
So it's a bit like, so it's trying to emulate a gua sha, right? But it's a brush.
Yeah.
And it probably feels really, really nice.
Oh, on your face. Because I remember years ago, the like big ones that you'd rub on your legs, like leg brushing kind of thing.
Yeah, and again, that's lymphatic drainage.
Yeah.
So that works quite nicely. Lymphatic drainage is lovely, it's great. But I don't feel the brush is going to do as much as a gua sha or like an actual like electronic device.
Let's talk about some female-founded brands that you rate. Obviously, Jomo London comes first, everyone.
Every time. Get your lube, get your dildos.
Your lube, yeah. On the black market.
It's not the...
I will. Should I start selling things on the black market? I'll probably make more money, to be honest. But moving on. Brands, yeah. Female-founded ones that you really respect. What do you love? I
do love female. Anything to do with the gays and the women, I'm behind.
Yeah.
Anyone else, I'm out.
Off.
Yeah, don't want to deal with you. So, number one is collagen brand that we love is Luna and Solace. It's the only collagen brand I get people to buy.
You got me onto it.
I got you onto it. It's just good. It's just fantastic quality ingredients, and that's got a female founder.
They also don't have a huge range of products, which I really rate. People, I think, are funny about this. I think brands with smaller products means they've spent years perfecting that one product. And it's the same with Joma. We've got 3 products. That's it. Because it took a long time to get the perfect one.
And that's why I love Luna, because the quality of those products and where those products come from are not easy to get.
Yeah.
And they can't actually make it on a huge mass market at the moment because it's difficult to get those products.
Try getting your hands on some CBD. I will actually have to get onto the fucking black market. I'm being serious. It's not easy. Another brand, Tala, you were saying earlier.
Tala, love gym gear stuff. Yeah. Stunning. Grace Beverly, she's doing incredible stuff. She's actually got her own supplements for skin that she sells. She does her own diaries. She does everything. And she absolutely nails everything she touches. And I love it.
What's her full background? Her background is what?
Oh, I don't actually know.
Nutritionist? No, fitness.
I don't know. You'll have to get on the podcast, find out and let me know.
I just want to get your thoughts on something. You know how sometimes reality stars launch products. If it's not something they specialise in, like say it was someone who was been on TV and then suddenly goes, right, I'm launching this. But you get the rare cases like Sam Fairs, who does Revive Collagen, which is obviously doing fucking amazingly. Yeah. What is your view on that?
I'm not totally against that. Yeah. Because I think if you've got the right, because normally those people have got the right people behind them. They'll have someone like me, I'm calling myself an expert, behind closed doors doing a lot of the work, and they're kind of just like the face and do the selling. And I think if you're doing it that way, then fine. If you're just white labeling something, something's already made in China and you just put a name on it, that is different. Yeah. Which I think is what a lot of people do. I think. But something like Grace Beverly, I know she's making things from scratch. She's designing her own gym gear, which I see people wear at the gym all the time.
It's amazing.
Love, incredible. And I think she lives around the corner from me as well, which I love.
So our top 2026 trends that we're standing by are
devices,
the depuffer,
like the depuffy, women in business. We're supporting that. Yeah. And the gays. And peptides. Huge mass market for that, and that is going to be massive over the next year.
I think we should get into it, really and truly.
Let's get into it.
And the black market. And if anyone wants to find anything to do with Dr. Motox, his Instagram is Dr. Motox.
I thought you were going to say black market. I was like, no. I was like, no. Find me on socials, Dr Motox. Yeah, that's why.
Nailed it.
Like, follow, share. You know what to do.
Thank you very much, Dr.
Thanks for having me.
Mo.